Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out. Dog, the cops can get the Purple Heart. Like, you might not believe this, James, but they slowly or surely, like, cops are no longer considering themselves citizens. They're above citizens now. They're municipalities. So, like, they're slowly working themselves up to be soldiers. Like, they get Purple Hearts. They have, like, sergeants, lieutenants, and all these other little fucking fake ass ranks. Like, they want to be. They're basically bullies in high school that are playing military. Yeah, I don't like that shit either. Like, all they did was they put this man in handcuffs and, like, laid him on the ground and let that man bleed out. You at least pretend you're giving this boy CPR.
Shoot. I mean, everybody's planned it out, but I've planned out mass shootings.
Or something. You put your glove. Like, the worst part is he put his gloves on. Like, they literally put his gloves on to, like, protect himself from blood. And, like, they did nothing. They literally did nothing. I'm not anti-police. Like, I'm not anti-police. I understand why police are needed, and I understand why we have to have police and why we have to have rules. 100%. But I'm also not so unaware that I don't realize, like, East Cleveland had half their police force fired and, you know, have charges pressed against them. Right? And, like, every time I see one of these clips where, like, you know, like, the cops are, like, pulling a guy's pants down to put a taser on, like, his ball sack, which that's on YouTube. Guy literally pulls the guy's pants down and takes his taser and puts the shockers right on this guy's balls. You know why? Because he didn't signal on a turn. And then it comes out that the cop couldn't even see the car if he signaled or not. Like, he just pretended that he didn't signal. You know, shit like that. And, like, while the guy's doing that, he's got, like, 4 other guys holding him down so he can do it, you know. But, like, I'm not anti-police at all. Like, I understand why police are needed, you know. And I understand that there's a risk that goes into policing, but I also understand that 95% of policing is, you know, going to crashes, directing traffic, coming to scenes and, like, listening to people talk, domestic, you know, stuff like that. I'm just saying that there should be a higher bar to being a police officer than there currently is. And, like, old heads should be pulled out. Because, like, the problem with policing is bad training. And I know that sounds so fucking cliche. Oh, they need to be trained better. We need to train better. Like, what it is you have people that were trained in the 90s to beat people's asses and get away with it because there was no body cameras. It was my word against theirs. Because police officers work directly with the judges and the district attorney and all the other lawyers that come through the system. They have sat on trial thousands of times. They've been in a jury box thousands of times. They are very good at what they do, right? And that by itself lends to corruption. And I think it's just old heads teaching new heads the wrong way of doing things, right? But, like, I think, like, auditor videos and like sovereign citizens videos, I think that's the wrong way too, right? Like, there has to be a happy middle somewhere, right? To teach people, like, to, like, you know, question everything. Like I think it takes it too far when you don't want to roll your window down, or, like, if you want to give your ID, you show it on the window and you show, like, you're like, just give the motherfucker the ID. Like, if you ain't did nothing wrong, who gives a fuck, right? Why make things harder than they have to be? I understand that you're not required to give it, but I also understand that cops have, like, ID quotas. You might not know this, but, like, at least in my area, if a cop has an interaction with you, they have to have a set number of interactions per day as basically performance goals, air quotations, performance goals. And the way they do these performance goals is how often they scan an ID into their computer.